I am interested in the appearance of prosthetic limbs and the reactions they get from other people. Prosthetic legs still do not enable most people to climb stairs or drive a conventional car, but it is important that they look as though they do, that is, that they look like a normal limb. In my research on prosthetic technology, I came across a growing trend of prostheses as an art form, which categorically rejects the idea that this form of disability should be hidden. One company that has got a lot of attention within this new movement is the Alternative Limb Project. This company has achieved incredible realism in their prostheses, to the point that it is nearly impossible to tell the difference between one of their artificial limbs and an organic one. But they also design pieces that are decidedly unrealistic, a work of art in themselves. These limbs make the audience confront the perspectives on the ideals of the human body through an art medium. These prostheses and their portrayal in images are also gendered, and analyzing the way this is done raises questions of how we embody norms of masculinity and femininity. When the man is the subject of an image, he is defined with athleticism, understated colors, and a comfortable seating position. When women are the subject of the images, the aesthetics change pretty drastically. Their prostheses are covered in more feminine designs, such as jewels, feathers, and painted flowers. They wear more revealing and less comfortable clothing. Their bodies and prostheses are also sexualized, as seen in some of the poses and in the prosthetics that are outfitted with high heels, even though they may affect mobility. Rosemarie Garland Thompson discusses the exotic mode of disability portrayal, which emphasizes the empowerment of the transgressive, with the potential consequence of alienating the subject from its audience. I do not know whether these images are effective enough in themselves in making an audience confront their ableist bias, but I think there are improvements that can be made. Elizabeth Wright argues that people that wear the prosthetic often become defined by it, and that we need to provoke and analyze our reactions in a more subtle way that does not risk essentializing a disabled person to their disability. But is this progress in terms of confronting social biases of disability? Perhaps. The newest developments in prosthetic technology are significantly improving mobility, as seen in the successes of athletes in the Paralympics. But who has access to these technologically advanced models or these more artistically designed limbs? The products from the Alternative Limb Project cost from $4,600 to $21,000. The FlexFoot cheetah blades worn by Paralympic athletes such as Oscar Pistorius cost $15,000 to $18,000 each. People with disabilities, including unformed or amputated limbs, are disproportionately in the working and poverty classes, the groups least able to afford these new prosthetics. So the question for me is whether the effects that these developments in prosthetic technology have on a public perception of disability extend to the people who do not have access to them. I think the more important goal is to confront our feelings upon seeing artificial limbs, or really upon confronting disability in general, and to analyze why we have those feelings.